On tonight's car program.
I put oil in an engine. I say click. Click, 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 click. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. You might notice a little something different. Actually, two little something different. Actually, no, two big something differences. Because these aren't small. They're big. That's what she said. See? I mean, this isn't small. It's big. This is the Ford F350 single wheel with some of these nice off-road wheels. But this one, can you tell the difference between this one and that one, except this one is a turd and that one is a good-looking truck? Well, let's just look under here. So there's that, and then in this truck, there's this. This is four-wheel drive, that one's two-wheel drive. This one sucks, which means I'm going to need to just throw it to parking, because it's a very sucky vehicle. Well, the paint job makes it look sucky. But also another thing that I don't necessarily like about this is that if we look here, is not the diesel. It's the gas engine. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be modifying this engine to hopefully make as much torque as the diesel. It makes decently close to the horsepower, but the torque is pretty far off. So actually this will be faster, and hopefully we'll have the same number of torque. Can't guarantee that, but yeah. So obviously we're gonna need to move this to lift or C, and we're gonna move this out of my garage, and we're gonna move this out of my garage because it's just uglying everything up. Now we can work on this thing. Let's start taking this engine apart. That's the first thing. And that's, so there's a bit of a video for about 44 seconds that was weird. It was completely glitched, so we're just going to do a time lapse of that because no audio and no there was video, but there was no game sound or audio recorded for some reason. And the intake manifold on this one, I think Ford uses plastic, and it breaks very easily. Every car manufacturer is going to plastic for some reason. But why did they put the gas engine in here anyway? It just doesn't make sense. Who wants the gas engine? Although it is about $10,000 cheaper. Still, who wants the gas engine? I accidentally clicked that. One moment, I'm going to go and see why my game's lagging so much. Okay, this is much, much better. Looks just as good too. So let's oh yeah, this is so much better now. Now it's not a lag fest. Why are we taking the ABS out anyway? Okay. For some reason, I don't know why, but well, okay. So my reasoning that I think that car manufacturers have a lot of plastic in their engines is because they want you to spend a lot of money when that breaks. Because the intake manifold isn't the most easiest thing to take out of an engine and fix. Oh, this has twin spark plugs. Oh, that's cool. And we're also going to be putting on a fully custom exhaust. So this thing can, if you watch the Autovlog YouTube channel, you might notice that the F-150 that he has sounds pretty darn good. Yeah, don't you think so? It's been a while since I've been making these videos, and of Car Mechanic Simulator, or any video really, and my reason behind that is because I just got a cat, and also my computer was broken. To go over that, so I had got home from vacation last week, and I noticed my computer was running a bit slow. So I restarted it, because that's what you usually do if your computer's running a little bit weird. Just restart it, and hopefully it will fix whatever issue it was having before. Well, in my case, it did the opposite of fix the issue I was having. Then when the computer tried to start up, well, not the best things happened. This happened. And the whole thing was corrupted. So this is a completely new download and everything of this game. I've been sort of quiet on that, and the last episode that I put on the YouTube channel, which was Monday, was of, I think, PC building, okay, English, great, PC building simulator, and in that video I didn't talk anything about it, which wouldn't really make sense because it happened a week ago, but that's because I pre-recorded stuff. And when I recorded that was about a week and a half ago. My schedule's all messed up. Who knows, I might be saying this is recording at one time and it's going to be uploaded on like Wednesday. I have no clue what I'm removing from this engine right now. But anyway, it might be like I say it's going to be uploaded Wednesday and then it ends up being never uploaded. Or uploaded like 15 years later. Seems possible. Knowing me, it is very, very likely and possible. Here's this engine. It has, let's look at the mileage, 0, and we've already taken it apart. I'm pretty sure there aren't many people who would spend this much money on a truck and then take it all apart. The engine, anyway. These trucks are meant to be work trucks. They haul and that sort of stuff. Not too many people, except people who have a lot of money, will buy like Lariats or King Ranches. Actually, yeah, King Ranch. Lariat used to be a very high model, but then they had the King Ranch and then the Platinum. Now, Platinum is the highest level, and then there is like the Limited, I think. The Limited is just... Why the hell did I just take off the wheel? Don't even ask me. So there are very luxurious models of these trucks, but it's just not too many people buy them. These trucks are meant to just haul big things such as, I don't know, a big thing of gravel that's 30,000 pounds. While we're under here, I guess I can remove the exhaust pipes and this sort of stuff. This will give us a bit more horsepower and torque. And rear muffler and exhaust pipe. There we go. Here, the drive shaft, we need to remove that so we can remove the transfer case. And the front drive shaft, we're also going to need to remove that so that we can remove the transfer case. And, or I can just do that. Okay, I thought I had to remove the front drive shaft too. I guess I don't. And we also have to pick out the starter so that we can finally get to the transmission. These are, I can imagine, extremely expensive transmissions. Because they would have to deal with, like, 900, and I think, like, maybe 960 pound-feet of torque. So they're going to have to be pretty strong. That's for sure. Now, this oil pan. Do I drain it, or do I leave it and deal with the expenses? Yeah, just deal with the expenses. After all, I do have $1.4 billion.
Billion!
So, there's that. $100 is basically just what most people would consider to be buying a candy bar at the store for this person who would have 1.4 billion. If you have 1.4 billion, why the hell are you working on cars? Most people who are rich never even look, they never open the hood of their car. They have people that do that for them. But of course they have a Rolls Royce or something along the lines of that, and it's the most comfortable car pretty much ever. And yeah. And when it comes to Rolls Royce, things aren't very cheap. Isn't that funny? There's pretty much no engine in this except for an engine block and pistons and a crankshaft. Yet the engine is still worth $4,000. And this is a gas engine. So yeah. It'd only be more if it was a diesel. Diesels are always more expensive because they have to follow strict emission stuff so that cars aren't dirty diesels. Ram had some issues with their 3-liter, I think it's 3-liter, V6 Eco Diesel, not Eco Boost, Eco Diesel, because the emissions on it were like bad or something. Even though it got like a really good MPG, it had something involved with it and bad emissions. Basically, it wasn't very kind to polar bears. So I'm going to go buy those parts, and then I'll be right back. Okay, time to assemble this baby up. If I can actually click on the engine successfully, as you can see, I am pretty much a failure. Alternator goes on top of the engine, oddly. Actually, a lot of cars have this. I know that the older Ford Mustang has this. So there are some engines that use that. Radiator fan housing, nothing changed up with that. I just removed that earlier so that I would have more clearance. I was putting these clips. In real life, it's actually easier because you don't have to, like, well, it depends on what you think is easier. But, like, in the game, it's sort of annoying to try and get the mouse in the very right spot because the sensitivity in this game does not work very well. Sensitivity is always just continuously wrong. There's nothing correct about it in this game. One moment the sensitivity is too low, the other minute it's too high. It's completely wrong. So let's put in the fuel tank, nothing changed with that, but there is a new fuel pump that I'm putting in here that is way better. Rear exhaust pipe, let's put on that modified version that gives us plus 1% horsepower. No clue what that means for torque, but yeah. Maybe it also means plus 1% torque. Who knows? I sure don't. And let's go over here to middle muffler. And this middle muffler. It'll be cool if you could straight type cars in this game. That actually would be really cool. But you can't. Wait, did that just say what? Oh, okay. At first I thought that said 14%, and then I'm like, what? No, it's 1.4%. There's a 10 times difference between 1.4 and 14. So now here, camshaft bearing caps, yep. Easy. I just cut out the process of the last one because it doesn't really matter. You've seen that happen 15 million times, and I just did not put in the correct flywheel. Easy. I just cut out the process of the last one because it doesn't really matter. You've seen that happen 15 million times. Isn't that better? Yep. Totally didn't just use editing there. This game is a really nice game so that you can just, like, make things. If you have the camera in the correct spot, you can make it so that it doesn't look like you even edited it. Edited it. Yep. Not edited it. Strangely, this is a normal V8 gearbox, not a V8 4x4. And let's put in that starter. Quite obviously, V8, because America. You're not putting any other engines in an American vehicle. Every car in this garage has a V8, except for the Lotus that is hidden in here. Because I guess when I was doing the Lotus DLC, I completely forgot that I left the Lotus in there. I cannot wait to see how much power this makes. And in this episode, even though the episode will be a little bit longer, and I just did that editing thing there again because I failed at putting in the correct piston. So in this episode, I am going to be doing off-roading, even if that means that this video will be a little bit longer than I would like it to be. Although, as every person wants it, like, nobody wants this to be the opposite. Longer is better. Bigger is better. It's just how life works. It's the way it is with American vehicles. As you can see from this car, from this truck, it is very American. So we get plus 10% of horsepower from each engine head. Nice. Plus 10% for both of them if you add them up. Because I'm smart. I can do first grader math. It's just so satisfying, that click when you install something. Just listen to as the bolt goes in. Well, actually, next time I put a bolt in, it's just so satisfying. It just goes click, click, click. Listen. Click, 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 click. It's nice. And then we got this intake manifold, which is a nice and shiny cam gear. And let's also put in the cam gear over here. Okay. It's too shiny. It hurts my eyes. So this will give us like 1.6% more power, or more. I'm too lazy to actually do the math. You do it yourself, because there's 16 spark plugs. And I'm just going to skip the process of these spark plugs. This has taken literally 2 eternities to do, because I have to go through 15 eternities of spark plugs to get to the 15 eternities of performance spark plugs. It's so annoying. And then these ones are so much better because it's just, you scroll through a little and then boom, performance. So much better. These, there's 8 of them, and they give you about 0.75 plus horsepower and torque, which is nice. It's because with those you only get about 0.16% for every single spark plug. So Yeah, there's that. Yep, no, I mean, like, those, those are funny, just how it goes click, 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 click. Now we can put on our exhaust manifolds, and they're looking pretty shiny, I can tell you that for sure. What do I need to do now? So let's put on this timing chain for that side, and the timing chain for that side. So there's a timing chain shoe. No clue what that does, you can search that up for yourself on Google. And we have a bunch more ignition coils over here, and done. And we're going to put on the exhaust manifold for this side so that it's symmetrical and people with OCD will not kill me. Pretty simple. And they won't bash at their computer screen while they see me doing this and it's not symmetrical. Pretty much. Smash that like button so hard your computer breaks. Do that. Great place to throw it in there. Fuel rail, easy. Ignition wires. There were no performance ones. Yeah, sadly there were none.
Powered by Ford on both the left and the right.
Amazing. Fuel rail. Stick with me. I know it's been so long just waiting here and selling this whole engine, but we're almost done. In fact, I'm not gonna let you sit through the rest of this because it's just boring. And we are done. Actually, wait, there's one more part. The fuel filter. That's the last part, and then this very, very now shiny engine will be complete. And it's complete. Are you ready to see the numbers? You know, honestly, I have no clue what type of numbers this is going to make. Hopefully it's what I expect, and it's good. But before, we need to put some oil in the engine. It's a must. There we go. And move it. Dyno. So now we're here in the dyno. And yes, and run. I'm just going to shut up and you can watch this. That is really good. I mean, it's a little bit lower on torque than I was wanting, but the power will make up for that. It's making 782 torque. And this thing is almost as powerful as my Hellcat. Hey, Hellcat. How much power are you packing? This is okay, listen. I know I said I'm going to offer today. I'm going to do a huge test tomorrow. Not tomorrow, in the next episode of For Operating. So, hopefully you like this episode, and goodbye.